Today on Judge Faith, she says the grandmother of her children got her fired and stole her car.
The reason why I was terminated was because Crystal lied, talking trash behind my back.
But then, this tale takes a twisted turn.
He's a schemstress, a scam artist.
That is not my signature.
You can stick with the story as long as you want to. That jig is up. It's over.
And later, how did these two go from playful pooches to ferocious fighters?
My dog had begun to, squirting blood out of his head. He bit through the skull.
That's a lie. That is a straight up lie.
Right, you think that this is all one big conspiracy against you and your dog, right?
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Crystal Batiste says the mother of her grandchildren sold her a car and is now trying to take it back. She is suing for money paid toward the purchase of the vehicle. Joining her in court is her daughter, Tiffany Johnson. But defendant Tasha Remo says Crystal stole the car and is countersuing for money she lost while Crystal was in possession of the vehicle.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this case is Batiste versus Remo.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay, Crystal Batiste?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing the defendant, Tasha Remo, for $3,740. You said you paid that money toward the purchase of a vehicle and the defendant changed her mind and took the vehicle back from you.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you are countersuing, ma'am, for $3,540 for car rental fees, car retrieval costs, change locks, and a Carnival cruise ticket.
Yes.
Okay. We'll start with you, Ms. Batiste. What happened here? How do you know the defendant?
I know the defendant. She's my grandkid's mom.
Okay.
Okay. We had a pretty good relationship. Tasha and I, over the years, we've, bumped heads a few times, but overall, we managed to kind of smooth out our differences and have a pretty good relationship. I began purchasing a vehicle from Tasha a year ago, the Dodge Magnum. My husband and I test drove the vehicle. We decided that we liked the car. I gave her the $450 down. We wrote up a bill of sale, and we took the car. Me and Tasha agreed on the payments of $175 on the 3rd and the 17th of every month. I made the payments timely, on time, Your Honor, and I also took a second job to make these payments to Tasha.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the bill of sale?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
May I see it, please? And so was that the agreement about the car?
Crystal and I never had any type of agreement. Originally, I let them borrow the car because her husband needed a way back and forth to work.
Okay.
However,
was there an agreement that she would pay you?
No, she didn't. Only thing I asked of them is that they would pay the insurance.
So she never paid you $175 twice
My car
a month?
note is
my
not
God.
even $175.
It's $350
Just answer the
a month.
question.
My car note is not
Tasha, I gave you
$350.
Excuse me,
19 payments of $175, you liar.
Okay. Judge Faith,
Is
my
it your
car note-
testimony? Is it your testimony that she never paid you? I mean, she says she paid you 19 payments of $175.
No, she didn't.
She never paid you one single payment of $175?
No, I never asked her to because I never had no plans on selling my car to Crystal.
God.
So, no.
What is on the back of this? So I'm looking at the original, you say it's the bill
That's
of
the
sale.
original bill of sale that was written up
Did
at
you-
the
Who buys a
time.
bill of
Excuse me.
sale on no
Did you,
I did.
Did you sign a
Because
bill of
I knew I
sale?
was
Did you
dealing
sign a
with a
bill of
snake.
sale?
Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her.
Did you sign a bill of sale?
No.
Okay, take a look at this document.
Stay there.
Okay.
I want you to look at the signature on
She's
the
familiar
bottom.
with it. She's seen it before.
Is it your testimony that that is not your signature?
That is not my signature.
Have you seen this document before?
I seen it. The police showed me. The police showed this to me. This is not even my handwriting. This
Is your testimony that that's a forged document?
That is correct.
That is not correct.
What's on the back of this document, ma'am? What's on the back of this bill of sale?
On the back of that bill of sale is scheduled payments that I made to Tasha. She and I worked together. I helped her get a job because she's on probation for food stamp fraud and
Okay.
stealing and shoplifting out of Target. So she cannot,
Okay.
once she get a job, she can't keep it because they find out about her background.
Is that
Okay?
true?
What your word of mouth
Excuse
Yeah,
say,
me,
but
that's
I
what
have.
it is.
Excuse
That's what
me.
it is.
Okay.
Excuse me, is it true that you're on probation
Yes,
for
she is
fraud?
on
No,
probation.
I am on probation, but it is not for fraud. However, I have proof, black and white, where Crystal just got off of probation.
No.
Whooping
I'm asking you a
somebody's
question.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Listen,
I don't need you ladies dishing dirt on who's on
No.
probation.
She
Or
is.
whatever she's
Let's just
saying.
stick to the case.
Quiet.
What's on the back of this document? The original, you say it's the bill of sale.
Yes, ma'am.
There are a lot of dates and initials. What is this?
Okay, the initials are me giving her $175 in cash. She would initial and I would initial the payments
pays
because
the
we
car note
worked
in
together.
cash, first
I
of
did.
all?
We worked
Stop
together.
interrupting.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We work together. I'm a caregiver. I
Okay.
take care of people. I've done it for over 20 years. Okay, I helped her get a job. She got the job. She was doing fine on the job. I said, Tasha, keep your mouth closed, because I know she flip at the lip. She loves to talk. She's a schemestress, a scam artist. This is where all of this is stemming from. She got fired off of the job, but back to the bill of sale.
Okay, wait a second.
The reason why I was terminated was because Crystal lied, talking trash behind my back. However, when I got terminated from the caregiver's position, the boss offered me a position in his office.
Do you have any proof that you gave her $175 in payments?
I do. I have a...
Let me see it. Because someone clearly is not telling the truth here.
Coming up, Judge Faith busts one of these stories in a truth test.
I don't tolerate people who come into my courtroom and try to lie and deceive and manipulate me. So I actually asked a handwriting expert to examine the documents and come into court and testify today.
And later, Judge Faith must decide who let the dogs out.
I started screaming, please get your dog, please help me, please get your dog.
What were you witnessing at that time?
That their dog had a grip on my dog's face and wasn't letting go.
Ms. Darling, according to the property owner, you told Mr. Thomas that you accidentally left the gate open that day.
Plaintiff Crystal Batiste says the mother of her grandchildren sold her a car and is now trying to take it back. She is suing for money paid towards the purchase of the vehicle. Defendant Tasha Ramos is countersuing for money she lost while the plaintiff was in possession of the vehicle.
I am not a handwriting expert, so I cannot look at this document and make a determination that this is indeed your signature. So I actually asked a handwriting expert to examine the documents and come into court and testify today. So I'd like to bring out Beth Chrisman. She is a forensic document examiner. She has 8 years of experience. She has testified and been qualified as an expert in court over 35 times. She has helped solve 650 cases and examined over 13,000 documents. So let's pull up the bill of sale. Did you have an opportunity to view this document before you came into court today?
I did.
Okay. You can approach the screen
Okay.
if you want. Describe for the court what's on the left and what's on the right-hand side.
So this document is the bill of sale that's in question, and this center signature is the one in question. These are samples of known signatures that were used in comparison. We have additional samples of known signatures as well. So we have a date range of 2011 all the way through, I believe, this year, 2014 of known signature samples.
From the defendant, Tasha Ramos.
Correct.
And based on your analysis of this known signatures of the defendant that you viewed, did you come up with a conclusion?
The conclusion is that this signature of Tasha's does fall within the range of variation of the known signatures and is an authentic signature and was written by Tasha.
So you did sign the bill of sale?
Yes,
I
she
didn't
did.
sign the bill
Yes,
of
you did.
sale.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Okay.
Booyah.
It don't matter. I got my car, boo.
Yeah, you sure
So
did. You
it
stole
don't
it.
matter what you
Lady,
say.
stop.
It don't
Stop.
matter.
You stole the
It's
car.
mine.
Yeah.
I made the payments. You
I
ain't
made the
gonna
payments.
put
Quiet,
the
quiet,
payments
quiet,
on.
quiet.
Who's your witness, ma'am?
My daughter, Tiffany Johnson.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Step
I'm
up to the
fine.
lectern, please. What do you have to add about this case?
Just
Can you
that
speak up
it's
for me?
unfair and it's not right.
And Tasha knows that my mom was buying this car from her.
How do you know?
I know because I've witnessed them in-hand cash payments, and I witnessed one Saturday morning, we put $175 into her account for the car note.
So you've witnessed your mom pay $175 to the defendant on multiple occasions?
Yes, ma'am, and it's just what's fair. You know, we're supposed to be family and, you know, have a good relationship, but that's not what family do to each other.
Thank you. What's your counterclaim about?
The repo fee that I have,
Repoing a car that you sold to her?
But I didn't sell the car to her. I
Yes, she
submitted
did.
every payment that I made on this
you
car.
can stick with the story as long as you want to. That jig is up. It's over.
Thank
You
you.
sold the car to her. The bill of sale is authentic. It is an authentic bill of sale. So what else is your counterclaim about?
She owed me because I took her daughter along with my children and her son on a Carnival cruise. She agreed to pay me the $500
I have
back. She paid me $150.
Okay, your counterclaim is dismissed.
Okay.
Because you came to court and you lied to me, to my face, your counterclaim is dismissed.
Okay.
And I paid you
As
in
for-
full
have
for
my
Tiffany's
car.
cruise.
Okay, thank
You
you.
can have that jalopy.
Thank
You have to
you.
understand,
I don't
I don't
Okay, I bet you I'm
Excuse me,
not.
you witch.
I bet you I won't.
I don't tolerate people who come into my courtroom and try to lie and deceive and manipulate me.
Okay,
and
but
that's
everything
what
I
you did
have is
today.
in black
that's
and white.
That's what you did today.
Okay. I'm fine with it. I still have my car. I'm good.
You have to be fine. That's the decision. That's the ruling. You don't have a choice here.
Okay.
I'm actually, you know what? You took the car back. It was illegal, first of all, and unlawful for you to do that. But it perhaps worked out for the best because now you don't have to have anything else to do with this individual.
We don't
you
do
don't have
that
to
anyway.
continue.
So it doesn't
I don't want to
matter.
hear another word from
Okay.
you. Not another word.
Okay. Are we done? This.
Baby,
No, we're
can you
not
get
done.
them?
Okay. Okay.
Put the bracelets on them.
How much in payments did you make over the course of the
I
time
made
you had the car?
$3,775 in payments, and I made $125 payments in insurance for at least, I don't know, 8 or 9 months.
In good condition, the Blue Book value of the car is $5,509. Now, I understand you say that you paid for the insurance on the car while you were driving. Well, you were driving it, you were using it,
Yes,
so I'm
ma'am.
not going
So-
to reimburse you for insurance that you needed during that time period.
That's
However,
understandable.
you're so happy you have the car back. I am so glad because now you can repay her the remainder of the value of the car, $1,734, judgment for the plaintiff. Pay her the money.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead and take the documents and your daughter and step out this door.
The plaintiff, Claire Lopacki, claims she witnessed her neighbor's dog viciously attack her sweet pit bull, Petey. She's suing for veterinary bills. But the co-defendants, Judy Darling and Bruce Bayer, say their friendly retriever, Floyd, was only defending himself from an attack by the plaintiff's pit bull. They're countersuing for veterinary bills.
Okay, Claire Lopacki.
Yes.
You are suing the defendants Bruce Bayer and Judith Darling for $1,000. You say that their dog attacked your dog and they should be responsible for the vet bills?
Correct.
And defendants, you are countersuing for $280. You said that it was your dog that was actually attacked and that the plaintiff should be responsible for your vet bills.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start with you, Ms. Lopacki. And did you know the defendants prior to this day?
Yes, on a friendly basis. I think I saw Judith maybe once, but me and Bruce had a respected relationship, friendly when we saw each other.
Okay, and do you have a photo of the area?
I do. I actually had
Okay, so let's pull it up
submitted
on
one.
the flat screen. Okay,
So I
you can
can-
approach the flat
Yeah.
screen and just point to the area.
So I was coming from this area, from behind this Toyota truck here, and coming across the alley. This gate is where their property is, where their dog is behind, and their side door is right there.
Okay, so you were in the alley with your dog?
I had just entered the alley, just turned onto the alley. Our dumpsters are on this side. When I had noticed that on the same parallel, the gate to their closed-in area and their door into their house was left open. Before I had a chance to react, their dog had ran out and instantly started viciously attacking my dog.
Was your dog on a leash?
No, he was not.
Okay.
And
Excuse me.
with 120.
You didn't see the dogs fighting, correct?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so I'd like to hear her version of what she witnessed for herself.
Coming up, one of these pet owners gets put in the pound.
Our
It does
dog
not.
was a bait. He was a pit bull bait dog, and we were told, "Don't come near my dog because I don't know how Petey's going to react."
This is from the property owner. He does not have a dog in this fight. And he's saying that your dog has caused problems in the past and that you have been warned in the past.
Plaintiff Claire Lopacki says her dog was viciously attacked. She's suing for veterinary bills. Co-defendants Judy Darling and Bruce Bayer say their dog was defending himself. They are countersuing for veterinary bills.
What kind of dog do you have?
Here, he's a pit bull mix that I'd rescued 5 years ago. So
And what kind of dog do you have?
A mutt, retriever, whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
the dog was is at least twice the size of Pete. So when it had begun to happen,
That's your dog, Pete?
Yeah, my dog is Pete. To begin with, our door was open, so I began to scream like my life was depending on it for help. I started screaming, "Please get your dog! Please help me! Please get your dog!"
What were you witnessing at that time?
That their dog had a grip on my dog's face and wasn't letting go. A man down the alleyway had come over with a bucket of water, the most he could carry, and had dumped it on their dog's head to get him off. My dog had begun to, I'm squirting blood out of his head. He'd bit through the skull and through the back, and so I had taken him. Honestly, this is like my child. I was in one-track mind to get him to the vet.
Okay.
So I rushed him there. I don't have the financial abilities to just throw thousands of dollars around. So I had asked the vet if there was a way for me to do something at home. He said I needed to have emergency surgery done on his back, head, and neck immediately.
Okay.
Where the bills
I'll hear
come in.
from the defendants now. How did your dog get out?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Okay.
I do not know.
That's a problem. Have you had problems with your dog
Absolutely not.
attacking other dogs or
No
being
way.
involved in fights before?
Never.
What's your defense as to why you're not responsible for paying vet bills?
This dog is a very friendly dog. I have a letter here from people that have come with me to the doggy park.
You're speaking of your dog?
This dog does not attack.
Your dog doesn't attack people.
No,
Our
it does
dog
not.
was a bait. He was a pit bull bait dog, and we were told that by one of the tenants to stay away from my dog. Don't come near my dog because I don't know how Petey's going to react.
Well, let's look at the photos of the injuries to the plaintiff's dog. Since your
Yes,
dog is so
please.
friendly, I'd like to see what the injuries
Well,
look
it
like.
was the defensive.
This is him taken less than a month before this has happened.
Okay.
As you can see, sweet dog.
Oh, wow.
And now I also have a photo of the tubes that were placed in his back and the gouges in his back from teeth.
Okay,
He had
I saw
bitten
those.
at that point.
Your Honor,
He was defending himself.
Hold on a second.
I'd like to add
How
something.
do you know he was defending himself? Were you
Because
there?
I know-
the
I
pit
know the
bull
dog.
had his leg.
Oh, you know the dog's
I know.
intentions?
The hole
Did he
was
tell
right
you
where
he
the
was
pit
defending
bull's
himself?
leg
Freaking
is.
times here.
He had his head, he had his leg, and the dog said enough is enough and went for his head and started shaking it.
And so you weren't
The
there,
pit
and
bull- I don't
so
have
how
to
do you
be
know all
there.
this?
I can see the hole in his leg.
This is Floyd before. What were his injuries?
Under here on the dog's part, the whole thing is ripped open. You have a 3-inch hole by a 2-inch hole that with no skin whatsoever. The vet had to bandage it, just ripped his leg open. And that's why he
It's
grabbed his
interesting
head.
because I've never seen, usually when I have these cases, it's always the pit bull that does the attacking, and this time it's the other way around, where the other dog, the pit bull, has the significant injuries.
Floyd is 100
And I
pounds.
actually have paperwork saying this is not the first time either. Their landlord, their homeowner,
Hold on, have you been warned by your landlord about your dog and problems?
He wants to raise the rent.
Right, you think that this is all one big conspiracy against you and your dog, right?
No, Your Honor.
Coming up next, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
This is from the property owner. He does not have a dog in this fight. And he's saying that your dog has caused problems in the past and that you have been warned in the past.
That's a lie. That is a straight up lie.
is a
The only
lie.
thing we're hearing after the fact of the fight of a previous event. My
This
dog,
dog,
and I know
I'm
what
going to
she's
quote him
talking
from this
about.
letter. Your dog has no control and follows no orders.
Floyd is
Miss
very
Darling,
playful.
according to the property owner, you told Mr. Thomas that you accidentally left the gate open that day.
Didn't leave the
We
gate
did
open.
not
We're
Your
intentionally
counterclaim
leave
is
the gate
dismissed.
open.
Judgment for the plaintiff. You owe her $1,000 in vet bills. It's your responsibility to keep your dog in your yard, especially when you know it has vicious tendencies. People should not have to live in fear in your neighborhood that your dog is going to get out because you have no
He gets
control over it.
visits.
Judgment for the plaintiff.